Hey guys, this is the LarryBoy Fanatic. And I'm whatsoever Critic. Dude, what are you doing here? Well, I'm here to help you out. I mean, look, I got this. I've been wanting to do something like this for so long. Well, since this is a review/reenactment, I thought I assumed the role of Alfred from the movie that we're going to be reviewing. Well, okay. Anyways, guys, we're going to start off by reading off of a phone. The movie had a flip phone. Well, we're going to read off of some kind of phone. Okay then. So we're going to read you a text message. Can we use Twitter in this case? Okay, sure. We have a Twitter message from the smartphone, and they're basically asking us, what do we do about temptation? Well, that's a pretty legitimate question, and I think we should address that. Now, this review may be a two-parter considering how long this movie is. Yeah, and I'm supposed to be doing a collaboration soon with Christian Nutrition. But until then, there's a lot to talk about in this movie. So let's dive into LarryBoy and the Bad Apple.
Since this review is also a reenactment, I want you all to imagine me, LarryBoy Fanatic, as the title character. The movie opens with two kids walking out of not a movie theater, but a candy store.
Well, about time they got rid of that usual intro of two people walking out of a movie theater. I mean, that's good.
Anyway, the movie wastes no time giving us some action with two thugs stealing a candy bar from the kids. Immediately, we see LarryBoy race to the rescue by swinging from building to building with his plunger ears. I can honestly say that this was pretty amazing to look at.
LarryBoy did this way better in the movie, so let's keep going.
LarryBoy gets tangled at some point, but that's okay. He runs into Petunia Rhubarb, who's a news reporter. Okay. Now, I know that so far we get references of Spider-Man, but who cares when you have LarryBoy making one heck of an entrance? So LarryBoy corners our thugs in an alley. As soon as the bad guys are arrested, LarryBoy delivers an okay line, which is, with great chocolate comes great responsibility.
Another Spider-Man reference. So what? There's a lot more kick-ass lines where that came from.
After the title card, we see someone plant a tracker on the Larrymobile, but LarryBoy is too busy driving and eating a box of chocolates to notice. And he's also talking to Alfred.
Yeah, and by the way, $10 for a box of chocolates? What gives?
Well, we have every right to worry about our hero, but then we meet up with our side characters, Petunia and Mayor Blueberry, where we learn that Petunia is a gamer and the mayor relies on vanity.
I don't know why I'm telling y'all this. Why don't we let our villains explain it? What did they say? Well, funny you should ask, LarryBoy Fanatic. Oh my gosh, I don't get her silly fandom. Me neither. Oh, Curly, you're back. Tell me what you've learned so far. But I want to know how you found this cabin in the woods.
Sounds like the cabin in the woods.
What? Cabin in the woods?
Yeah.
Silly worm. We're in 2006. Cabin in the Woods was a movie in 2012.
The same year as the League of Incredible Vegetables?
How would the Bad Apple and Curly know about the League of Incredible Vegetables? Can you try not to nitpick here?
So yeah, the Bad Apple's lair is actually a cabin in the woods, not to be confused by the 2012 movie of the same name. We then meet up with Alfred inside the Larry cave as he watches a talking banana do weird things on TV. Okay, how is this banana funny?
That scene goes to show that Alfred is addicted to watching TV, which in today's standards is called Netflix and chill. Right, whatsoever, Critic? Critic? Do you mind? I'm on Netflix. But we have a review to do. Oh snap, I forgot. Sorry. Please continue.
LarryBoy returns home and he immediately gets sick because he ate too much chocolate. And we get him going to the bathroom?
That's really in our movie? Yeah, page so-and-so. Oh. LarryBoy, is that okay if I tell you that you need to investigate a vandalized statue while you're still in the men's room?
No. Just no. Wait until I come out.
By the way, you have a problem with this chocolate addiction or whatever.
Oh, like you don't have a problem, Alfred, you couch potato. Yeah, Alfred ends up telling LarryBoy that he needs to cut back on chocolate, even though he himself has a problem with watching TV. Oh, you'll see when we get there. Meanwhile, our villains discuss what kind of temptations people have. Here, we'll give several points to the Bad Apple because she actually does the smart thing by going after people of power first before starting her conquest, because with them out of the way, the city is as good as hers.
So, we have footage of our mayor and our top-notch reporter. But where's the one for LarryBoy?
Shouldn't we get the DVD?
Get with the times, Curly. We need the Blu-ray.
Actually, I'm still kind of working on that one.
Well then kinda work a little harder. Jeez. Now I know who wears the pants in this relationship.
By the way, the person playing as Curly is the movie's director, Tim Hodge. Speaking of voice actors, the Bad Apple is voiced by Cynthia West, who is really, really good. Like I said before in my past videos on her, she's like the female equivalent to Tim Curry. Every time she comes on, her voice makes your skin crawl. Now, truth be told, the makers of this movie didn't want the Bad Apple to be too scary because this is supposed to be aimed at kids, but this just makes the Bad Apple even more badass. So overall, not too bad, not too bad. So the Bad Apple gets going and we get a song from her. Now we won't play the song here because it's copyrighted, but you're not missing anything, I promise, because it's basically her saying who she is and what she does.
Oh yeah, look at the public staring at me as I walk down the street like it was a fashion runway. Yes, Bad Apple, you're making a lasting impression on these people. I mean, look!
People stopped whatever they were doing to stare at you, Bad Apple. You even wink at a guy who's clearly either married or taken because his girl hits him on the side as if to say, WTF, you're letting another woman hit on you?
So it's hilarious?
And you call out a guy who has a beard. So the Bad Apple stops by the mayor's office to have her given to Vanity. So much for security clearance, though, because the receptionist is easily tied up and hanging upside down. Meanwhile, Larry the Cucumber is exercising with the Stairmaster in a bench press to work off all that chocolate that he supposedly had in the car.
And a 1, and a 2. Ugh. Ugh. Critic, this isn't an orchestra. Well, Alfred did that in the movie. Wait, that was in our movie? Page so-and-so. Dude!
Speaking of the bench press, Larry struggles with it while Alfred stands there watching TV. Rule of thumb, don't let Alfred spot for you while you're working out at a gym or something. He's easily distracted with TV.
I'm struggling with this bench press while you're sitting there watching Netflix. You got this, LarryBoy Fanatic. 4 more.
But then we get a funny bit where Larry knocks out Alfred with one of the weights.
Son of a...
Anyway, the Bad Apple visits Petunia in the news van, but not without hanging the cameraman upside down, who, by the way, stays like that for a good 10-15 minutes of the movie that he's like that. But that's not important because the Bad Apple lies to Petunia about having a test version of a video game, and Petunia, who's really gullible, tries out the video game only to get trapped inside the web screen that the Bad Apple had set up.
Okay. Who's dumb enough to fall for any of those things? Well, you have to understand that the Bad Apple is not only a tempter and a seductress, but she's also a manipulator.
She's a manipulator when she's with Curly, a tempter when she's with people, and what we're about to see next is that she can seduce people. If we haven't seen that already with the mayor and the reporter, then we're gonna see it soon.
Why do I have the feeling that she likes it both ways? You really had to go there, Critic? Seriously? Well, whatever. I'm gonna go study about the vandalized statue since you're like working out and all that. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave you, even though the Bad Apple is just down the road, and I'm technically leaving you unprotected. How can you say that? Because I trust that you'll be on your best behavior while I'm gone. What am I, 5? I can take care of myself, thank you. Hey there. Ah! I heard you need help with your exercises. No. I have chocolate. Girl, a LarryBoy Fanatic like me would never fall for that. And news of VeggieTales in the house. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's really good. But promise not to tell anybody about my secret lair? Yeah, sure. Wait, that's your security question? Yeah, that's really in our movie.
To this day, this really blows my mind, not having a legitimate password to your secret lair. In fact, what's the point of having security clearance if you just tell people not to tell anybody else about the place? How can anybody let somebody like the Bad Apple slip past their radar just because she had what you wanted? Meanwhile, Alfred is at a library researching about the webs on the statue, and this leads to a VeggieTales reenactment of the Thanksgiving story.
Okay, why am I watching this history video when I could just read about it in a textbook? Well, if you did...
You would miss the fact that the first Bad Apple tried to take over the settlement by opening a funhouse where people can play checkers all day.
Wait, what? Don't you remember in history class? A Bad Apple tried to take over the early settlement in the Thanksgiving story.
Well, it turns out that this is Bad Apple's great uncle Ephraim, and he tried to lead people into temptation until Larry, in pilgrim cosplay, stops the whole charade and banishes him.
Why am I sensing foreshadow here? Because I'm about to attempt LarryBoy Fanatic. Huh? Oh, where are my manners? Care for a bite, LarryBoy Fanatic?